So I'm not really going to get too much into selling the clear film because that's kind of a no-brainer because the slideshow does that for it. But on selling sealants, this is something that's kind of fun to do. And, you know, you got the slideshow, it kind of goes through, you know, the kids in the car and the crayons, and they got the spilling the Happy Meals and stuff. So, but this is kind of cool. If the guy's still, you know, if you're still trying to close and you need a little bit more tools on selling the sealants on the car, we're talking about the interior and the exterior sealants. So right now, what you're going to do is say, okay, not sure if you understand or realize what the paint is today. So back in the 80s when they had solid rock, hard solid paint, it had lead in it, okay? So this is your paint through a magnifying glass. It's very porous. And you've got a dark colored car, black, you're thinking about buying a black car. So today, the car paint is very porous, but the sunlight comes down into the pores and bounces around, and it gives you that deep, deep look. It keeps going. But over time, those pores are going to fill up with soap deposits, tree sap, just all kinds of crap. So after a little bit of time, what's going to happen, that sunlight stops. You no longer have that dazzle, that deep gloss look. So what we do is we seal the paint. I showed you on the video, but the slideshow, how we seal up the paint. Everything goes in the pores, so nothing can get in there except for the sunlight. So that's how they can guarantee for 5 years that it's going to continue to shine, because nothing can get in the pores. Like I said, back in the 80s, they had lead in the paint, so they created clear coat. So all they did was put soft paint over soft paint. Okay, and by getting rid of the lead, what that did was it made the paint soft. And there's no way to protect the paint. They thought clear coat would work. Remember when it came off in sheets and you had big old sheets of clear coat? Well, that wasn't that clear coat was bad. It was that they didn't have it figured out, the primer and the clear coat, so that it would stick properly. You saw a lot of those cars in the 80s where that would do that. So this is your exterior paint. This is how it works and why it works, because your car paint is porous. And then I use this quite a bit too to show the interior, and we have these at the dealership. But so, you know, you tell the guy, look, when's the last time you went to the Chinese restaurant and you got Chinese food? You know, put it in the back seat. What happened? This is soy sauce. Soy sauce spilled all over through the bag, leaked all over your seat. Now you got a big old stain. Okay, this is why people seal their interior. Okay, because nothing can get through it. So would you rather deal with that? And you're not going to be able to pull over right away. But what if you're in traffic, you know, and you got cars behind in front of you, and now your car seat's just soaking. But if you have those seats sealed like that, that's what you have. No problem. And the way that this works is it goes in through the pores. I'm going to have to get rid of this. I'll put it over here. So you can see this is the unprotected side. That soy sauce went right through the pores, right into the fibers, okay? But with how we seal this and the Teflon coating, or whatever it is, it's not Scotch Guard, but nothing can get in through there. So it actually goes through the fibers and becomes part of the fibers and never comes off. Scotch Guard is a top sealant, and it's going to come off over time when the guy sits on the seat. So this is kind of a fun one, gets proactive. Use the swatches. There you go.